the Honorable all home staffs of Indonesian Embassy in Thailand, the Honorable Coordinator Pensursbud, Mrs. Nur Rohmah Hidayah, the Honorable Teachers of Sekolah Indonesia Bangkok, the Honorable Representative of Generasi Wonderful Indonesia Genwi Chapter Thailand, Mr. Said Muammar Bayukariski, the Honorable Coordinator of Overseas Indonesian Student Association, Mr. Khairul Anam, the Honorable Coordinator of Overseas Indonesian Student Association, Region Asia Oceania, Mr. Adi Kusmayadi, the Honorable President of Indonesian Student Association in Thailand, Mr. Ade Danova, the Honorable Chief and Representative of Indonesian Student Association Chapter University in Thailand, or Permita Simpul, the Honorable Scientific Committee and Reviewer, and the Honorable all the academicians, researchers, scholars, and participants. It is an honor for me to introduce and welcome all the keynote speakers. Dr. Rohimah Muhammad from University Science Malaysia, Professor Dr. Mark Bison from the University of Western Australia, Associate Professor Dr. Duangpun Kritchancai Singkarin from Mahidol University, Thailand, Glani Martial Christian Manginan, STMG PhD from Samratulangi University, Indonesia, Professor Dr. Mustarin Mustafa MPD as Attaché of Education and Culture for Indonesian Embassy in Bangkok, and also from State Islamic University Alauddin Makassar, Indonesia, Professor Dr. Purwiyatno Haryadi, Master of Science CFS from Bogor Agricultural University, Indonesia. First of all, I would like to introduce myself to you. My name is Rido Islami, and I will be the Master of Ceremony for this event. Ladies and gentlemen, we delight to welcome all of you to the 8th Asian Academic Society International Conference, or we call it AASIC. Firstly, we would like to say thank you to Indonesian Embassy in Bangkok, Thailand, for supporting and sponsoring this event. AASIC is an annual event that held as acknowledgement of university students' role as an agent of change that expected to be able to continuously provide a platform for the students, practitioners, and researchers all around Asia to share their knowledge and experiences in the field of health, social, science, and technology. The theme that will be present in this conference is Asian Never-Ending Innovation, Global Health Diplomacy, Technology, and SDGs Accordance. It is proposed as an idea on how to transform Asia towards Sustainable Development Goals 2030 of United Nations in the middle of globalization era without replacing its local wisdom. In this event, we will also focus on several fields, including first, public health, health science, and health technology. Second, disaster mitigation and political decision. Third, economy, industry, and transportation. Fourth, energy and environment. Fifth, human development and behavior. And the last one is food and biosecurity. Before we start the opening ceremony, we would like to listen the harmony of the national anthem of Thailand, and then will be followed by the national anthem of Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up. All participants are allowed to sit back down. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now opening this ceremony with the welcome remarks from the Chief of AASIC Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Kevin Mulyawan Sutanto.
Excellencies, the Honorable Charge d'Affaires of the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Diki Komar, the Honorable Education and Culture Attaché of the Embassy of Republic Indonesia, Bangkok, Thailand, Prof. Mustari Mustafa, the Honorable President of Indonesia Student Association in Thailand, Mr. Ade Danova, and the Honorable of all the invitations, academicians, keynote speakers, researchers, scholars, and participants. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 8th AASIC. This conference is an annual event conducted by Indonesia Student Association in Thailand and Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia for the Kingdom of Thailand Education and Culture Attaché. The ultimate goals of this conference are to strengthen the research innovation atmosphere through a diplomatic relationship in the region, build synergy in the solidarity to fight recent issues, and facilitate an opportunity to share experiences and knowledge among participants in ASEAN countries. This year, we face with the spread of coronavirus COVID-19. Hence, the 8th AASIC 2020 is switched over from an on-site event to a fully virtual conference. The theme of the 8th AASIC is Asia Sustainable Innovation, Global Health, Diplomacy, Technology, and SDGs accordance. I would like to report to you all the number of participants of the conference are 197 people, including keynote speakers, invitations, presenters, and non-presenter participants coming from various institutions and various countries, consists of researchers, lecturers, postgraduate, and undergraduate students. There are 6 keynote speakers and 25 papers will be presented in parallel presentations, as well as 5 posters that can be seen on our website and social medias. The scope of the field of participants comes from various fields, including public health, health science and health technology, disaster mitigation and political decision, economy, industry and transportation, energy and environment, human development and behavior, food security and biosecurity that contribute to turn this crisis into an impetus to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals 2030. Last but not least, I would like to express blessed gratitude to the committee and all who helped this event activities take place, especially to the Education and Culture Attaché of the Embassy of Republic Indonesia, Bangkok, Thailand, Professor Mustari Mustafa, the President of Indonesia Student Association in Thailand, Mr. Ade Danova, the keynote speakers, and the invitations. Without you, 8th AASIC 2020 will not be a reality. Representing the organizer, I proudly welcome all of you to the 8th AASIC 2020, wishing all participants fruitful and memorable experience for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Mr. Kevin Mulyawan Sutanto for the warm welcome remarks. Next, we are going to listen to a speech from the President of Indonesian Student Association in Thailand, Ramita. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ade Danova.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to all. Excellencies, the Honorable Charge d'Affaires of the Republic Indonesia Embassy to the Kingdom of Thailand, Mr. Diki Komar, and the Honorable Education and Cultural Attaché of the Embassy of the Republic Indonesia to the Kingdom of Thailand, Professor Mustari Mustafa, and also the Honorable of Home Staff of Indonesian Embassy in Bangkok, Honorable Teacher of Sekolah Indonesia Bangkok, and the Honorable Representative of General Wonderful Indonesia, Genwi, Chapter Thailand, Mr. Said Muammar Bayukarizki, and the Honorable for the Coordinator of Overseas Indonesian Associations Student, Mr. Khairul Anam, and the Honorable Coordinator of Overseas Indonesia Student Association, Region Asia Oceania, Mr. Adi Kusmayadi, and the Honorable for the Chairman of the AASIC at 2020, Mr. Dr. Kevin Mulyawan, and the Honorable Chief and Representative of Indonesia Student Association Chapter University in Thailand, or Primita Simpul, and the Honorable Scientific Committee and Reviewer, and the Honorable all the academicians, researchers, scholars, and participants, and also the Honorable to all keynote speaker. First of all, I would like to convey my great pleasure to welcome you to the ASIC at 2020. This is an annual international conference organized by Indonesian Student Association in Thailand, and also we cooperate with the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia to the Kingdom of Thailand since 2012. And especially this annual conference this year, we conducted uh, by the virtual conference because we consider about the travel and also help all of the participants because of the spread of coronavirus. Therefore, the AASIC at 2020 moved to the fully virtual international conference with theme of the Asia Sustainable Innovation, Global Health Diplomacy, Technology, and Sustainable Development Goals accordance. I would like to express blessed gratitude to all keynote speaker and participants for their great contribution to all, especially board, reviewers, and colleagues, and also team for organize tremendous effort and their contribution to organize this international conference. I hope this conference will prove to be an inspiring and truly transformative experience for you. Enjoy your conference and discussion. We look forward to collaborate with you and getting to know you in the future. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Okay. Thank you to Mr. Danova for the speech. Next, we would like to invite the Honorable Charles Differs of the Republic of Indonesia for the opening speech and also to open this conference officially. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Diki Komar.
Thank you. Excellencies, distinguished speakers and participants, ladies and gentlemen, selamat pagi, a very good morning, sawadee-kap. It is indeed a privilege for me to join all of you in this not only important but also timely conference. The broad theme on Asia never-ending innovation, global health diplomacy, technology, and SDGs accordance is pertinent for various reasons. First, we are currently experiencing a once-in-a-lifetime challenge due to COVID-19 pandemic, with its revolutionary and disruptive impact in all walks of our life. Second, this extraordinary circumstance requires not only out of the box, but also inspirational as well as innovative way of thinking. Third, one outstanding characteristic of this era is the urgency of mastering advanced ICT. All these factors, factually, the second and third, are a daily food for thought for all of you. I rely on and have full confidence in our speakers and participants of our conference today to come up with steadfast and most needed ideas and recommendations to our topic of discussion. Distinguished participants, Sustainable Development Goals has a noble and prominent mission, leaving no one behind. Despite the disruptive impact to the further progress of the SDGs, COVID-19 pandemic provide a wake-up call for the attainment of this mission when more and more global populations are suffering immensely even to survive from this pandemic. Its multidimensional effects have compelled us to strive for comprehensive, creative, and swift approaches involving all stakeholders with no exception. While the government is naturally at the front line to deal with the pandemic during its early stage, unfortunately, its prolonged and level of uncertainty in nature have drained government resources due to the public health and socio-economic subsidies. It is therefore government cannot work alone. They have to engage other stakeholders and work closely with governments from other countries. This inclusive approach is urgently required when countries globally want to properly address and swiftly recover from this unprecedented pandemic. Currently, one particular focus is research and development for the vaccine. In this regard, as one of the most relevant and timely issues, vaccine will be able to unite us in responding comprehensively to the theme of our conference today for the following consideration. First, despite various controversies, it is simply a fact that the pandemic started in our region, Asia. With its abundant resources and potentials, Asia is considered as the most promising region to recover better and faster. Combined with its innovative character, Asia is striving for reliable vaccines, practitioners and experts, as well as universities and laboratories. I fervently hope that our conference today contributes immensely to that objective. Second, simultaneously working closely through various levels of diplomacy, bilaterally, regionally, and globally, in ensuring and securing developing countries. Amidst the existing discrepancy globally, it is urgently required that the vaccine is accessible till everyone is safe. Third, the pandemic has turned our world upside down. Physical distancing and ICT become us to the sad reality of technology and digital gaps that continue to exist not only intra, but also inter countries. Our conference is sure in the post-COVID era. This event is the first ever AASIC to be convened in full virtual platform. I'm strongly as possible model of communication even beyond COVID-19. I hope later in the discussion we can come up with use and digital gaps. Distinguished participants, again this background, I extremely hopeful that those considerations and later discussion and recommendation will bring us to the whole mission of leaving no one behind. This extraordinary pandemic compels us to collectively respond in extraordinary manners. SDGs has provided us with of leaving no one behind is not only timely, but also relevant since the pandemic will not enable one to be safe until everyone. Success in stimulating innovative and non-conventional ideas to respond diligently to the broad theme of our conference tour in order to facilitate our world to build back better and faster, as well as to prepare better for similar crises in the future. The eighth Asian Academy Society International Conference on Asia, Technology, and SDG Accordance open. Terima kasih. Thank you.
Thank you to Mr. Diki Komar for officially opening this conference. So for the next session, we will take virtual photo together. So I would like to invite all to turn on your camera, please. So now I will ask the committees to guide us for the photo session. So please the committee to help me for guiding us. Hello? We will wait so I will check first for all the participants. Please turn on your camera, please. Okay, maybe I will guide 3. Okay, one more for the second page. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next. 1, 2, 3. We have one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think it's already done. Okay, so for the next session, we are now closing the opening ceremony. So this dance will be performed by Sekolah Indonesia Bangkok, or SIB Dance Club. They will perform Tari Giring-Giring, which is in pleasure. And usually this dance is performed to welcome very special guests like all of our participants today. SIB Dance Club. Thank you to
It's 9 hours.
Thank you to Miss Zakia, Miss Aura, and Miss Aileen for a very fascinating performance.